Timba lesi alo dumai, timba lesi alo fiokan. Hello everybody, and welcome to my channel. This is Shadow of Wolves, and today we'll be talking about the most requested inboxed spell for love. There's been many requests for love spells, and today I will show you how to make two different love spells. The first love spell will consist of mason jar magic. The second one is with a mojo bag. So get ready to learn about two different love spells. Now let's go into the importance of this. What's most important is understanding the laws when you're doing a love spell, because a love spell really should be the will of the other person that you want to enchant. But if you decide to do a love spell, beware of the consequences, because in doing a love spell and someone doesn't know what you're doing, then you are causing someone else, including their spirits, to bend to your will. So in working with a love spell, first thing you have to do is always consecrate everything that you have and that you work with. So for example, I have my candles here. I have an oil. I will take my rose oil, my patchouli oil, and jasmine oil. And when you're doing that, you're concentrating and invoking the love that you want for that person, or that you would like to enhance with your loved one. So as you're doing that, you have the option of carving your name going upwards, because this is a love spell and it's meant to have everything blossom and everything to be good. So you're going to write your name going upwards and their name going upwards. And then you're going to take your oil and then you're going to consecrate this candle going upwards with your intention. You can also lace it with herbs and blessings. So once you do that, I'm going to show you how to work with a love spell for your client, for yourself. Also too, I'm available for love spells. As long as all spells are good, it's okay for me to work with. Now, the first spell is getting your bond to be stronger and your love to be stronger and to be enticing. So with all that being said, follow rule number 1, okay? So you must also understand that this is having someone bend to your will and having their spirits bend to your will. So what do you decide on doing? Do they know about your love spell? Do you want them to know? Is it okay with that person? So first and foremost is understanding the consequences also of your love spell. Will the person be so madly in love with you that you don't want to be bothered with them anymore? That has happened too. So be careful of what you ask for, because when you do something, you may not be able to untie it. Also too, before you do a love spell, it's important to make sure, most importantly, that you are clean, that you are cleansed yourself. For example, I have here patchouli oil and patchouli water. So you cleanse yourself with that. Once again, blessed holy water as you clean yourself, or blessed holy water, because it's very important before you do a love spell that your vibes and your energy is clean and it's good. You also have a choice of making your own oils. Please inbox me for love spells. Also, very, very powerful potions of love and spell magic that is created by myself and my beautiful spirits and gypsy guides. And thank you to Ezureli Freda, Oshún, and Mama Chola. So when you're doing this, make sure that you know what you're doing and that you're doing the spell for the right reason. In my opinion, love is meant to come naturally, but if it comes to a point where you need it done, then so be it. Here I have a pencil. Pencil works with earth magic. We don't use pens when we're working on spells. I also have brown paper. It is round. I don't believe in cutting papers that are square, round, because it's continuous. Also too, with this particular shape, it brings forth a lot of blessings and magic. The earth is round, our heads are round. Everything that works with round and magic and love spells, breasts are round, the buttocks are round, different parts of our body that have a lot to do with Ache is round, as well as even halos and crowns on some of our voodoo saints in our luau, which we will get into in future videos. So now, your intention is very important. Everything is consecrated through smoke and through magic. So here, for example, I will write, say, John Doe in the middle. John Doe, John Doe. I'm going to write John Doe 5 times. I love number 5 when it comes to sweet magic and honey magic, because it works particularly with areas of Mama Chola, Oshún, Chola Wenge. So 5 times. Oh, John Doe, John Doe, John Doe. Now, once you have written that around the circle 3 times in the magical number, you're going to write your name, beautifully scriptive. And if you have a space in between, put a heart. So, say for example, Jane Doe. Jane Doe. Jane Doe. Jane Doe. Jane Doe. And you just keep going on and on, round and round and round, concentrating on the power of your love and the beauty of that person. Here I have, which I especially make when I do my spells, the male doll for the male energy. And then I have the female doll for the female energy. I put them together. How beautiful is that? As we're doing this now, we're going to work with different oils for this particular magic. Now, roses and violets. With permission, I am asking you to bring forth this magic in using roses. Roses is known also as an abundance for Hindu goddesses and goddesses of love. Rose is a very magical, beautiful plant. Red represents passion, emotion, love, and also infinity and ongoing continuity of whatever you believe in. So, I'm taking my roses, peeling it off, and I'm making it into a circle around John Doe and Jane Doe. As I'm doing this, I'm also calling on the luau goddess Ezureli Freda, Metrisselli. She's also guiding me along with Chola Wenge, Mama Chola, Goddess Oshún. Now as I'm doing this, with this blessed magic, I'm also going to use this here, what it's called the love oil, also known as Adam and Eve oil. Sprinkling this all over their names. Next, which is very important, is lavender oil. Silky, silky now. Next, pink honey. Everything sweet, everything that smells good and enticing. And as I'm doing this, I'm enchanting Jane Doe and John Doe forever will be, as you will see. Love and magic abide by 3. Threefold. Rosemary oil for your loved one. Husbands and wives can do this, partners can do this. Whatever you feel comfortable with and whoever you're with, you can do this for yourself, your husband and wife, your husband and husband, your wife and wife. Whatever pleases you, go for it. Here's the next one, is rosemary oil. Rosemary also not only is a very protective agent, but it also gets rid of any kind of jealousy and unwanted feelings that are negative in your relationship. Amor oil. Now, as we're doing this, and we're putting this spell together. What's most important, sorry about that, is to make your work fast. This is called Rapido Trabajo. And this powder will make your work quickly. I also have this for sale. Please inbox me on shadowofwolves777@gmail.com. This is Apollo. Apollo means a plant, a stick, a tree that walks with spirit, that was actually graded and made for everything to occur very quickly and swiftly, and to our desire. Most importantly, we cannot forget about jasmine oil. Jasmine is a very, very important magical spell, and it brings forth calmness, tranquility, love, and sweetness. Now, in working with your love spell, as you're continuing to cite your intentions, be creative. There is no wrong or right. The best time to do a love spell is during a waxing or full moon. Check your moon cycle and allow that to coincide with your spell, because it brings forth stronger possibilities and allows this to bend to your will. Now here I have catnip. Catnip is excellent in attracting the suitor of your desire. After catnip, I have what we call forget-me-nots. These are very, very potent seeds in encouraging the person that you want to entice it. They'll never forget you. They'll always love you. Forget-me-nots, lots of that, don't we need? Now, with all of this being said, it's important, especially if this is someone who you really, really love and you have good desires and intentions, or it could be your spouse, you're going to sprinkle cascarilla just around to protect the energy of your magic, okay? We spoke about cascarilla, which is eggshells and holy water, brings forth beautiful, beautiful magic and love. Now, how could you have a love spell without honey? And the essence of Orisha, Oshún. Lots of honey on those names. Why do we taste the honey before we put it down or we present it to a spirit or an Orisha? So they know that our prayers are sweet, but also that they're not being poisoned. We'll get into that pataki another day. So I like also to use agua de rosa, which is simply rose water. You can make your own, or you can create and buy a lot of bottles they have in the botanicas and so forth. Now we have cinnamon. Cinnamon is a very, very powerful drawing agent that gives you magic, love. You can also burn cinnamon for the new year. And congratulations to those who listened and looked at the planets aligning between Jupiter and Saturn and seeing that beautiful star of Bethlehem. Absolutely amazing. So, every 800 years, by the way. So here is your cinnamon. And as you're doing this, you're going to listen to the music that invokes you for the spirits that you want to call. Music is very spiritual. In this frequency, I'm calling upon the luau. I'm calling upon the goddesses of magic and love. Now, as we're doing this, we have everything together, Jane and John Doe. We have all the stuff and all the ingredients. And now what we're going to do, one more thing, I'm going to put I have a sprig of rosemary here, which is very important. I use the oil, but I'm definitely working with this here. Ooh. Okay, so now what we're going to do with this particular magic, beautiful love spell, anything that we do works with our ancestors and spirits. No wrong or right. No need to judge anybody, because we work with the energy of the earth and all the blessings that God has given us, as long as we're not harming anyone. But like I said, you're bending someone's will, and make sure that it's of good intention. So now I'm going to take this paper with all the roses and all the sweet essences, all the honey you can imagine, and I am folding it towards me. Bum, bum, bum. Look, I am not folding it away, because I want to bring that love to me. I want to help that couple out and help them to believe in each other. And then I'm going to fold it like this. Oh, yes. In this case, this one is going to go inside of mason jar. Now, you have this in your jar. You have all your essences. This is my special love, honey, sweet, gypsy, luau, everything, potion. I'm gonna pour some of this on it. Bringing forth John Doe and Jane Doe. I'm gonna say an enchantment and ask for blessings or whatever I want for this to occur. So mote it be. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is, of course, again, honey, 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 honey. As I'm taking this, you fill it up with honey, you can put a little bit of ground pepper. I'm sorry, not ground pepper. I take that back. Ground coffee grinds, and you sprinkle it in here. What does ground coffee do? It wakes things up, it shakes things up, it gives you the magic. Remember, ground coffee grinds. As I'm doing this, and this is laced with honey and everything, you also can put sweet sugar, everything. You make your enchantment to the one you love. Once you close it, honey, you cannot reopen it unless you want it to be done. There's your spell. You can also take, or some, as you're pouring this and you're sealing it, imagine that you're giving it your love's kiss. In blessings for part 1 of the love spell, use and prepare to use with precaution, but put your all into it because your faith, your intuition, and your spiritual magic is everything. Blessed be. Bonsoir. Bonsoir, société. Thank you for watching Shadow of Wolves, and please be ready for part 2. Aye, bobo!